Happy Monday. I cannot believe it is Monday again. Today's been a little while, so I've not had a chance to do any videos yet. I got up at 4:45 this morning. I didn't even get a mile of my run in, and I did something to my hip, and now I'm walking like I'm 97 years old and barely making it. So that's how I started off my day. Got here, got some stuff done, had my temperature taken, and then just dove right in with my kids. It's so weird because being an online facilitator, I basically just spend the class periods sitting in here with a group of 5 or fewer students. This morning I had 1, second period I had 2, and then third period I had 3 kids come in here, but I just spend my time sitting in here with them. I walk around, answer any questions, play some music for them to work to, and just kind of watch them work on Canvas. So it's so different than what I'm used to, but we're making it work. Also had a fire drill this morning in the rain, and y'all know I never wear my hair down. Y'all know I never wear my hair down, but the one day I had my hair down, it rained. So anyway, now I have about 37 unread emails from students and parents because Canvas is difficult. So I'm going to go help some students navigate Canvas, then I'll help with checkout. So I will see you after dismissal. Oh, check out my fun shirt today. We are at the end of day 1, week, what are we even on? Week 4. This is the second week with kids, but this is the 4th week I've been at work. So pretty interesting day. At the end of the day, somehow I accidentally synced my Canvas grades with my grade book in a way that made zeros go in for all of the assignments not turned in yet, but they're not due yet. So, which actually was kind of helpful in a way, because then it did show the kids that they actually have to turn stuff in, because I had some kids email me and say, oh wait, we're supposed to submit our work on Canvas. But yeah, now I don't really know how to get that off, so then I had to answer so many emails about why there were zeros in the grade book when something wasn't due yet. I'm gonna work on that tonight. I don't know, I might leave it for a little bit, and that way whenever I resync the grades will be in there right. I don't know, I'm still debating. So I already tried to run this morning, but I only got in like 2 miles. So I am going to head inside, get Theo, take him to his grandmother's house while I get in the rest of the miles. And then my mom is making dinner, so Brent and I are gonna go down there and eat dinner. My mom is a angel from above. Like, she's amazing in every way, and she makes dinner for us every night, or almost every night. So literally, if I could be 1/8 as amazing as she is, my life would be complete. So heading in now, going to unpack my car and get ready to go on a run, taking Theo, and I will see you again bright and early in the morning. I feel like I said that. Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 25th, and we're about to head into work. I say we because look who's coming to school today. Can you see her back here? It's Francine. She has, she's officially been removed from her COVID quarantine, and she's ready to go back to school. So I'm heading in to get my coffee, and then I actually don't have any students first period today. I don't have any student in that letter of the alphabet, which is insane, but I'm heading in. I'm planning on using first period to try to get a ton of things marked off my to-do list. I'm going to try to grade everything that's been turned in on Canvas. I also video myself reading everything that my students have to read, and I put it on Canvas for them. A lot of my kids, you know, they're 15 and 16, so they're having to pick up extra jobs, work extra shifts to help support their family, and I know that sitting and reading for us like a given amount of time just isn't doable for them. So I like to record myself reading so they can just listen to it in their earbuds as they're doing other things. So I'm going to do that today. Hopefully I'm going to get through a couple of short stories because I can't send my novels home this year. We don't have enough copies to send novels home with each student. But again, we're just making it work. So heading in, I gotta get my coffee. I didn't get my run in this morning, so I'll have to get it in this afternoon. And then tomorrow is our day where we don't have students. We just have pretty much meetings all day, and then it's for deep cleaning. I also have an interview tomorrow. One of the girls that works at our local paper is interviewing me, and my sweet, fantastic assistant principal, because she and I and another English teacher, she's actually my department chair, who's also wonderful, and I love her. We worked together this summer, and we actually won a grant for a reading program for our students. So, and it was like thousands of dollars. So they want to interview us for the our local newspaper, which I'm so excited about, and I can't wait to get the reading program started with my kids. Anyway, let's head on into work.
Good morning, how can we help you?
Can I get a medium iced coffee with mocha?
Of course. Are you getting your egg and cheese on an English muffin?
Yes, please.
All right, medium iced milk, your egg and cheese, and fresh muffin. Go ahead and come on down, hon.
Thank you. It is first period on Tuesday, and you can see that I have no students. Francine's here, but that's it. So I have actually been able to record 2 short stories for my students. I've got my laptop here. I have a video uploading on my laptop, or actually it's saving right now, and then I'm working on Canvas on my desktop. So I'm about to take a little bit of a break. Oh, and I have to because my phone's ringing. I like to play music in my classroom, so I just wanted to do a quick recommendation for anybody who likes just some background noise or likes something playing in their classroom. On Spotify, if you look up the Altered State playlist, first of all, their store, Altered State, has the cutest stuff, but their playlist is so upbeat and chill. There's nothing on here that you have to worry about as far as curse words go or anything, and a lot of it is just really inspirational kind of music. Some of it is Jesus music, but it's not blatantly in your face Jesus music. If you didn't know that it was Christian music, then you would never guess that. So I love the Altered State playlist, and they create a playlist for each month in their store. They have 15 playlists right now. Right now, I'm listening to the June-July playlist, but then we'll move on to August, September pretty soon whenever we finish this one. So they have a lot of really good stuff, and even if you don't listen to the whole playlist, you can pick and choose songs from their playlist to add to your own playlist. And I just said the word playlist 5 million times in one video, so I'm gonna end this here, but check this out if you're looking for just some cool, just chill music to listen to while your students work or while you work. We're now in second period, and I have 0 students in second period. 0. But Francine's still here. She stayed for second period. We are at the end of the day on Tuesday. It was a pretty good day today. I had to do dismissal in the rain, so that was But besides that, it was pretty good. I had no students in first, no students in second, and 2 students in third. And it's crazy, we still don't have Chromebooks like they need, so they're having to do the work on Canvas on their phone, which isn't very user-friendly, which makes things more complicated, but we're hoping that by the end of the week, we can at least have our kids a Chromebook that have an emergency situation, so that should help. Hold on, look who it is. So, So it's about 4:15, just pulled up at home, and I'm gonna head in. I'm gonna get my run in, shower, go eat some dinner, and then tonight I have lots to grade on Canvas. Me accidentally putting in zeros as grades helped my students start getting stuff turned in. So I'm going to grade on Canvas, and there's a couple of tech issues that my kids are having with things on Canvas. So I'm going to go in there, I'm going to try to work on those and get those more user friendly so it's not so much a pain for them. Good morning. It's Wednesday, August 26th, I believe. I am about to leave my house. It's a little bit later. It's about 7 o'clock. I don't have to be at work today until 8. Well, technically like 7:45 because I have a meeting at 8. But I am not sure how much I'll be able to record today. Today's a really busy day. I have a SIT team meeting at 8 this morning, and SIT just stands for School Improvement Team. We do work with accreditation. We do work with like handling any school issues, any department issues. It's just basically how can we make our school better. So I have a meeting with them this morning. We also do things like we approve field trips and clubs and fundraisers. And then I am actually going to help with Chromebook distribution. We have some Chromebooks, not all of the Chromebooks, but we have some Chromebooks. So as soon as I leave my SIT meeting, I am going to grab a snack, and then I'm going to go down to the library to help our media specialist with Chromebook distribution. And then I have an interview at 2 with one of the reporters from our local newspaper, because I think I was saying yesterday she wants to interview me and my assistant principal and my department chair on the grant that we got for our students for the reading program that we got over the summer. So it's a really busy day. I'm heading in to get my coffee, and then I'll video as much as I can today, but I don't know when I'll have my camera, and I can't bring my camera into a lot of things that I'm doing today, but we'll try, we'll see. And if nothing else, I will see y'all this afternoon. Quick update before I go to my SIT meeting. I just got the agenda, and it looks like we're going to be talking about issues with going 50%, because next week we're supposed to go 50%. We've been going 25% a day, but starting Monday we're supposed to go 50%, and some of our classrooms literally do not have the space to follow the social distancing guidelines and be 50%. So we are going to talk about some ways that we're going to tackle that today. We've been told that we need to be creative with how we follow that social distancing plan, so I'm not really sure what that means, but our job today is to figure out how we're going to do that, because our freshman class is very large, so I don't know how we're gonna have the space to do that. I'll let you know. Good morning. It's Thursday. I think it's August 27th, pretty sure. Today is one of those days already. I'm so tired. I went to bed last night, like was in the bed at 8:15, and I was dead asleep by 9 o'clock, but I'm just worn out. So yesterday, helped with Chromebook distribution to our group that is 100% remote, and today is exciting because more of our kids are going to actually get Chromebooks so they can start doing their work on Canvas when they've not had like a device to do their work on, because honestly some of that stuff is impossible to do on your phone. I tried it myself, and some of it wasn't even doable on a phone, and the other part was just it took 20 times longer than it needed to. So I'm excited that they're going to get Chromebooks today, and that should make their work a lot easier. So right now it's 6:30. I'm heading to get my coffee. Like I said, I'm just moving so slow this morning, so I'm a little bit behind, but I still get there in plenty of time to actually be there on time. Also, a little update, because we have to go 50% on Monday, we've now had at least 15 of our classes that have to be totally relocated, because even though we're going 50%, we technically do not have the space to follow the social distancing guidelines and go 50%. So we've been told to be creative about how we teach those classes. So 15 classes, thankfully, knock on wood, mine is not one of them. But I feel so bad for those teachers that it is one of their classes that have been relocated, because some of our teachers are going to have to be teaching their classes in cafeterias, in other random classrooms, in commons areas. I think I heard somebody say they're going to try to go outside. I don't know. So that will be interesting, to say the least, whenever we do that on Monday. And what happens is, because of social distancing guidelines, our students have to be 6 feet apart, but we don't have the physical space in classrooms to put students 6 feet apart. And you have to think, like, we're used to teaching classes of the average is probably about 30 students per classroom, and we have them squished in there. I mean, I don't even have enough desks in my room for the amount of students that I've had to teach before. So having to put, because some classes are at 20 students whenever they're 50%. So having to space out 20 kids 6 feet apart, like, you would need a lot of space for that. Also, we had last year, one of our science teachers, she actually moved, so we lost her position and we didn't hire another science teacher because we just didn't have the means to do that. So now the science classes are really big, and it's the majority of the science classes that are having to be relocated somewhere else. So we're working through all of those kinks today, trying to get everything planned out, and I can't believe it's already Thursday. It's like the weeks are so fast but so slow at the same time. But hopefully it'll be a good day today. Heading in, took my temperature at the house and I'm 98.0, but again, I'm gonna go and have it taken again once I get to school, and then I'm gonna get everything set up and ready for Chromebook distribution and have my kids that are not getting their Chromebooks, having them working on Canvas. So I'll try to show you as much as I can today. Oh God.
Don't shut the door. It's going to come and get us.
It is. How did it get in here?
It came in the window. No, don't let Miss Martin lie to y'all. She caught it before.
Miss Martin!
She said,
Whoa!
she was outside of the window and she gonna say, come here.
I know.
Okay.
Oh, don't hit it though, Lily. Don't knock the bird out. I'm so weak.
We're just gonna shoot it.
Lily. No, you're not. Don't hit it, y'all. Oh.
Come right back in.
Oh my God. Hurry up. Here you go. I about had a whole heart attack.
Good morning, TGIF. I'm a little bit later getting started this morning. I got up at 4:30 and got my 5 miles in, and then there was such a line at Dunkin' Donuts this morning, so I was busting it to get here. But got here, we had a fire drill, second period, and my foot got chewed up by fire ants out there. How ironic. But anyway, today we're continuing to distribute some Chromebooks for our students. We got some Chromebooks out yesterday, but today we're in the letters of the alphabet R through Z. So if our students have those last names, then they can pick up a Chromebook today. And this is kind of like a stand-in Chromebook. It's not like the Chromebooks, but it's some Chromebooks that we had been using here, and we thought that our students should have access to them rather than just waiting on the brand new Chromebooks to get here. So at least they can get on Canvas now and start doing more work. I thought I would tackle a couple questions people have been asking me. First question is, what's next week going to look like? Next week we're going to 50%. So we've been going 25% each day. next week we'll do 50%. So Monday and Tuesday we'll have the same 50%. So if your last name starts with A through N, I think it is, we'll see those students Monday and Tuesday. Wednesdays are still our cleaning days and our planning days and our meeting days, so we don't see students on Wednesdays, but we're still here. And then Thursday and Friday, we'll see the 50% who have their last name O through Z. So it'll be interesting. We have, I think I stated earlier that we're going to have 15 classes that are going to have to be moved because they are too large at 50% to social distance. So it is finally the end of the day on Friday. What a week it has been. All of my kids just left me. It's now my planning time. I have a meeting at 1:40 to talk about our PDP plan. So that stands for Professional Development Plan, I think. And basically we have to set goals for ourselves for the year and base them off of the school improvement plan and our own personal evaluations that we've been given from our principals, or just little things that we want to work on throughout the year. So one of my goals was to be able to build a little community and foster relationships using technology, which is way more difficult to build community and foster relationships online than it is in person. So that's something I'm really working on. And then I'm thinking about starting some kind of parent newsletter that goes out monthly to my parents to not only tell them what we're covering in class, but maybe some topics they could talk to their students about, whether it be topics in the news that we're covering or just some things that are going on in school. Some of those like dinner time talk conversations that might be good. So anyway, I also wanted to answer some questions that I've been getting from people. The top question people keep asking me is about my Ph.D. program. We've had some changes go on in the last few weeks. UNC Charlotte has actually decided our first 3 weeks, well, first of all, they had decided on a delayed start anyway. So they were supposed to start like on time, but they decided to do a delayed start and no classes were going to start until September 7th. But now they've decided that the first 3 weeks, starting September 7th, will be all online instruction, and then we'll reevaluate on what to do after those 3 weeks. So we've just had Chapel Hill, NC State, ECU be sent home, totally home. But also I think Belmont Abbey had some cluster issues going on. I don't know if they've been sent home or not, but UNC Charlotte has not been officially sent home because we've not officially started yet. So the first 3 weeks starting September 7th will be all online, and then we will reevaluate and see what's going on after that. People have also been asking me like which program that I'm doing. So I will eventually have, fingers crossed, a doctorate in philosophy. So my focus, of course, is curriculum and instruction, but it just kind of like falls under the umbrella of philosophy. And my strand that I'm working toward is urban literacy. So my research interest, and people are always surprised to hear about this, but my research interest is prisons or alternative school settings and the literacy practices used in those settings. My entire life I've been so fascinated by stories, and not only stories but people's stories. I love learning about people's stories, especially if they're different from my own. And this is so weird, but like growing up, whenever other little girls were watching Lizzie McGuire and I don't know, cute little cartoons, I was obsessed with shows like Gangland and Drugs Inc. and World's Toughest Prisons. I just have always been fascinated by the entire prison system, and so many of my students are in and out of the prison system, or their families are in and out of the prison system. And I think that there's a lot of misconceptions about the prison system, people who are in and out of the prison system. And if you don't know, the only commonality that the majority of prisoners share is that they cannot read above a 4th grade reading level. It's not the color of their skin, it's not their socioeconomic class, it's the fact that the vast majority of prisoners are functionally illiterate. So, you know, my ultimate goal is to develop programs for prisons, and even before they get to prison, alternative schools that focus hardcore on literacy and specifically in secondary students. The funding for literacy training, literacy skills, literacy curriculum is drastically cut after 3rd grade. So if you do not get it after 3rd grade, then the chances of you ever progressing or being successful in life are very, very slim. So my ultimate goal is to develop literacy programs for these secondary students that would prevent them from dropping out of school, from engaging in activities that would land them in an alternative school setting. Many of my students that are low performers, it's not that they can't do something, it's that they have struggled and struggled and struggled and struggled, and they become the problem in class rather than being embarrassed by the fact that they're not good readers. And that's a skill that, I mean, if you can't read, you can't even work at a restaurant, you can't work at Target, you can't work as a doctor, you can't work as a lawyer, you can't work as anything if you cannot read. So that's a skill that I really want to focus on, and I want to use literacy to empower other people, to help other people live a successful life. So that's where I'm headed in my PhD area. I also have a secondary focus on immigrants and literacy practices with immigrants. So what I've seen a lot of in my own classroom, because I have a lot of students where English is not their first language. So they come into these high schools never having been in an American school before, not knowing English, and so they are labeled as not being intelligent, but that's not true at all. It's just that they don't know our language very well. So imagine somebody dropping you off in a foreign country when you are 15 years old, you don't have your mom or your dad around, you're probably living with a relative or a friend, and you can't speak the language. You go to school to try to better yourself, to get a better life, to be successful, and there are very few programs in place to help you do that, and if I was living in some of the countries, in some of the situations, in some of the absolute violence and just fear that these children are having to live in, I would do anything to get out of that situation. So you really have to put yourself in the shoes of these immigrant children who are just trying to flee war and make a better life for themselves. And it makes me think too, what's so special about me that I was born here, and so I really want to use that immense privilege that I have been given, that the Lord has so blessed me and my family with, to be able to help children that have not been given the same privileges and the same opportunities that I've had, and I'm so grateful for. So anyway, that's like the super long way of saying my PhD will be in curriculum and instruction with big time focuses in literacy. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much. This is our 4th week of school. Kids' 2nd week, my 4th week. I'm so excited that y'all are here, and we'll just see what next week holds. I'm Lily Gates, and you can click the subscribe button down below, or you can also follow me on Instagram at CelebratingSecondary. So see y'all next week.